The first rail service into New York City was built in 1831 and ran to a station at 4th Avenue and 23rd Street. In 1864, Cornelius Vanderbilt purchased the Hudson River Railroad and then acquired the New York Central Railroad and built a connecting line between Spoyton, Deauville, and Mott Haven. 5 years later, in 1869, Vanderbilt bought a tract of property stretching between 42nd and 48th Streets, Madison and Lexington Avenues. The first version of Grand Central Station was built upon this land. An architect by the name of John B. Snook designed the station, which opened its doors in October of 1871. It was twice expanded and renovated by the turn of the 20th century. During this period, the train industry was converting from steam trains to electric trains. By the end of 1902, plans were drawn up to build a new station that would accommodate electric trains. The construction of this new terminal took a full decade, with the doors of the new station opening in 1913. This ushered in an era of great growth and development. The train station itself became known for its diverse offerings. Over the years, it included a movie theater, an art gallery, and a rail history museum. Yet in the post-war years, the decline of train travel severely impacted Grand Central Station. As a growing number of people traveled by car, the demand for train travel waned. The once grand facility began to deteriorate. By the time it was officially named a National Historic Landmark in 1976, it was in great need of repair and renovation. In 1990, a renovation plan was approved, and the projected cost of $425 million. And in 1994, the station was purchased by Metro-North. This project was completed in 1998 when the station reopened its doors to the public. Once again, the station is home to restaurants, art events, and other features which draw crowds to the facility. Individuals who worked on the station and underground on the rail lines were exposed to asbestos at various times. Asbestos is a naturally occurring mineral that is dangerous when particles or fibers are inhaled or ingested. It was used commonly in the industrial processes throughout the 19th and 20th centuries until its use was largely banned by the Environmental Protection Agency. Asbestos exposure can lead to chronic and terminal respiratory conditions including asbestosis, lung cancer, pleural effusions, and mesothelioma. Exposure to asbestos is regarded as the primary cause of mesothelioma. Underground pipes under and near Grand Central Station are insulated with asbestos, one of its common uses. Fans that were placed underground to provide workers with relief from the intense heat resulted in the asbestos being spread freely, increasing the risk to workers. Pipe fitters who worked in these tunnels became known as the snowmen of Grand Central because they would emerge from the tunnels covered in the white, powdery asbestos. In 1997, Metro-North was sued by a group of 140 pipe fitters and employees who had worked underground for distress caused by asbestos exposure. This case made its way to the U.S. Supreme Court, which sided with the railroad. In the case, the railroad acknowledged that it had negligently and knowingly exposed the workmen to asbestos without warning them, without training them to handle the cancer-causing substance, and without equipping them with protective gear, as reported by the New York Times. As recently as July 18, 2007, the explosion of an underground steam pipe near Grand Central Station left a crater in the street and released dust and dirt contaminated with asbestos. Thank you for watching. This video was produced by Asbestos.Net, a leading resource on all aspects of asbestos and mesothelioma. Our priority is to inform victims about the devastating effects of asbestos exposure, mesothelioma, asbestos cancer, asbestosis, and other asbestos-related diseases, and to advise them with a wealth of information. Individuals whose lives have been touched by mesothelioma have numerous questions and concerns. Their caregivers and family members also need accurate, reliable information. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos cancer and need more information, we invite you to visit and explore the thousands of pages of oncologist-reviewed material on Asbestos.net, to call our convenient toll-free number shown below and speak with a mesothelioma specialist, or to use the simple contact form found at Asbestos.net to request a free copy of our informative books, custom inserts, and DVD. Asbestos.net, information and help for patients and families.